Hi friends! Look at this look. This is so much fun. It's been a while since I've done a red eye look and I'm really excited because this is part of the Nomad Cosmetics. I've talked about Nomad before. This is the Nomad Cosmetics Hudson Valley palette. And so I've never been to Hudson Valley, but I tell you what, every time that Nomad makes a palette, I feel like I've already been there, came back from my vacation, experienced it. So if you want to find out more and if you want to see me do a neutral eye look, oh my gosh, yeah, you heard me right. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about it here in just a moment. But if you are new here, hi, I'm Jane. I'm a fine artist and I love makeup. So if you love art and you love makeup, consider subscribing and click the notification bell. Make sure it's set to all and you'll see all the notifications whenever I upload. So yeah. Okay, it's really late while I'm filming this, so my brain is not at 100% capacity, so let's just go ahead and get on into it. So here are some close-up swatches, everyone. Gorgeous orange, red, and green tones that go from light to dark. I absolutely love that. Quick question though, do you like seeing swatches before or after the intro? Let me know in the comments below. Okay everyone, welcome to my bare face. And I talked with the brand owner and we discussed, not at great length, but she dropped a hint that she wanted to see something neutral from me, which I never do neutral, hardly ever. And so I've been looking at this palette and I'm like, ooh, can I do all neutral? And I'm like, of course, I know I can, but will I like it all neutral? I don't know. But how I saw this palette when I got it was like, this half is sort of the warm, colorful half. This is the more cool toned half. So I have my Alphonse Mucha shirt on and sorry about my bra strap, but I'm going to see if I can get this half kind of on my eyes without dipping too much into this half. I've got the smoothing eyeshadow or shadow fix by About Face. It's the eyeshadow primer. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to go into this shade right here. This is a Ghost Tour, and then I'm going to go into Apple Cider Donut, which that really makes me want that kind of donut. Any kind of donut. Actually, I think I'm going to start with Apple Cider Donut. And then if it's too dark, then maybe I'll blend it out. Yeah. I almost went in and didn't swatch this before I started filming. But then I was like, you know, it's for good measure. I trust this brand. So I know that it's going to swatch just fine, and it did. Okay, I've been thinking about a halo eye. I haven't done a halo eye in a long time. So, but like a blown out halo eye a little bit. I'm not gonna go too far like I usually do. I'm trying different things. It's good to be different about your makeup. So I'm taking this C-shaped brush and I'm going back into Apple Cider Donut. And I'm just going to place it right here above my socket. I almost said crease. To me, it's the same thing with the way my eyes are shaped. So far, so good. Very smooth. Everything so far as I expect from Nomad. Okay, so we've established what's going on up here for now. Okay, so since we're gonna do a halo eye, I was gonna go into this one right here. I'm gonna start with this one, and then if I need to darken it, I'll dip into this one. This is called Bed and Breakfast. I think this is the first Nomad video where I'm not trying to speak French or something, or Spanish. I make it seem like I'm talking, since those last two releases were in French and then Monteverde was in Spanish. I have 2 videos, one of each palette up if you want to see it. I should just have a Nomad playlist. I guess I'm just not used to putting neutrals on and working with them. I can't even tell you the last time I did an all neutral look, probably 2018. I'm not kidding. There we go. We gotta pack it on a little bit more. So far, so good. Put that right there since we're doing halo. I almost forgot we were doing a halo because I was gabbing with you guys. And I think I hear my cats like waiting at their food bowls because it's almost dinner time for them. Very pretty deep colors. This one has a little bit of a tinge towards the green, not too much though. It looks more green in the pan than it does on my eyes. So I'm gonna take a clean blending brush. Well, I want the E25 by Sigma. And I'm just going to diffuse the edges. It's diffusing and blending very nicely, as I expected it to. I just can't get over their matte formula. It's just so beautiful. Like, it's a matte that I can trust is going to work. I want to kind of take that bed and breakfast shade, this shade, and this is the Scott Barnes 62. I'm going to take the tip of it, just the tip, and like I want to kind of bring this up just a little bit more into that crease. It's nice and smoky. I'm taking that apple cider donut and just running it along, or I'm sorry, Ghost Tour. Running it along here. This is, I mean, for a neutral shade and just the actual tone of the shade is actually very pretty. It's beige, but I like it kind of. Can't believe I'm saying that, but it is pretty. I mean, like I said before, if anyone's gonna make me try on neutrals, it's gonna be Nomad. I'm taking a small packer brush. I'm gonna go into Farm to Table. And now I actually like that. That's pretty. It's a deep, rich color. Like their dark colors are really rich and dark. Just like this. I would love to see more duochrome shades. Just saying. Or multi-chrome, but I know those are more expensive to formulate. Okay, I'm gonna take Mountain Hike. I'm just gonna use the same brush and pack it on. Oh, that's a beautiful grungy green. It's like an olive color. And I'm gonna take this P10 brush by Wet n Wild and just kind of tap it on and blend. And take this Firm Blender by Sigma. I just want to get this blended a little bit more. What did I do? There's always one side that wants to be weird. Okay, I have my concealer on. I'm gonna go into Farmer's Market here, and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes using this colorful brush. I did a little get ready with me on these brushes. What is on it? But I did a get ready with me on these brushes, and I really like them. So if you want to get them, I got a code. You can check it out in the link below, or you can check out that video. I'm going to connect it with that shade up there. Or maybe I shouldn't have. Instant regret. I like it kind of like that. Maybe I just took it too far. I have to give credit where credit's due. Giovanna here on YouTube and Glam Geo on Instagram. She was cleaning up some of her graphic liner and she's like, I just take a little pointed Q-tip and some micellar water. I'm gonna go back into Farm to Table and put that under my eye too with a Rephr 3. Try not to make weird makeup faces. And I'm only taking it halfway in because I'm going to put down some concealer and use this shimmery green color right in the middle of my lid. And so I'm gonna take that and put it underneath my eye too. Taking this Bekassu, I guess that's what you call it. This is from Amazon. This eyeshadow primer, I'm gonna put it on the center of my lid and I'll be right back. So I'm gonna take Corn Maze, it's this one right here. And I'm gonna put it on the center of my lid. I'm gonna go first in with a fluffy brush. No spraying or anything. Well, maybe I do need to spray. So I'm just gonna, ooh. That's pretty. When I saw these in the sun, I knew I was going to like this one. That'll be my pop of color for this look. No fallout. All right, I'm going to put the rest of my makeup on so I don't look like a ghost, and I'll be right back. I was lying. I'm back because I forgot to put the corn maze on my lower lash line, and I was going to put farm to table on my lower lash line. So let's do farm to table, and I don't have anything for my inner corner. I might figure something else out for that later. Taking this teeny tiny brush, and I'm going to use the corn maze shade, and I'll spray it. Now I'm going to have to make a weird face. Yes. Into the waterline. What am I going to do with my inner corner? I'll figure it out. Now I'm leaving. I will be back, which will be right now. Okay, everyone, what do we think, huh? Am I a neutral girl? It's so strange to see me in neutral. I know it seems like a bizarre thing to say, but I mean, you've seen all the looks that I've done if you're a regular here on this channel, and I'm just so used to seeing myself in color that it's a little disorienting, kind of. I'm not mad at it for sure, because it's very, very, like, the look's very pretty, everything blended well, didn't have any major fallout, which I love, and you know, it did have a little bit of a spot here where it was getting a little finicky, but what happened, I think, in my personal belief, is that I was chatting and just didn't blend very well. And so sometimes it just takes a little bit of layering and a little bit of love and special attention to blending, and everything turned out beautifully. So I don't know if I will, what I'm going to do here in the future is that if there is a palette that I'm reviewing that is kind of this, like this situation where it's half neutral, half, you know, colorful, I'll do my best to incorporate some neutrals, because I know some of you guys have wanted neutral looks. So, but I cannot promise that I'm going to be like doing browns all the time or whatever. This, in a way, I like this too, because this is more of a grungy section too. This isn't your typical champagne and cool tone brown or warm tone brown or mauve or whatever. I actually like mauve. You know, it is what it is. And I'm glad that I did this, because at least I can now kind of establish what it will look like to wear neutrals again. But I am by no means giving up color. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the makeup. I'm not going to go into every little thing. So everything's listed down below with links. And I do want to point out a couple of things that I really, really like. First of all, I used 2 of the About Face neutral sticks. Yeah, that's how much I love About Face. Let's see here. And I sneak peeked my drawer of About Face cosmetics. I have a whole drawer on the community tab. This one is called Actual Ambrosia, and I put it in my waterline. I'm just gonna kind of freshen it up. It is such a pretty color, especially for being a neutral, and that's really something, because I'm saying that. But it's just this nice, beautiful, kind of shimmery, extra shimmery kind of taupe color that I really, really love. Put that in the waterline. And then I have this one in my inner corner called Lotus Leaf, and it is this sort of cool tone champagne color. This on my lips is the NYX Smooth Whip, and it is called Kitty Belly. First of all, what an adorable name, right? It's very pretty. I like it's very peachy, kind of almost coral. And so I like a neutral lip that's not just your basic neutral. So it goes on smooth. It's stayed on. I think this is actually very, very similar to their Soft Matte Cream. The AF94 Playdate in Savor. It's this shade here. Pretty warm peach color. So let's move on to the second look, and that will be coming up right now for you guys. So I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back. So are we ready? Are we ready to get into some of this deliciousness right now? I am. And you know what? The first 2, did I say this earlier? I don't remember if I said this or not, but these 2 shades right here, this sort of candy apple red and this beautiful wine shade, get on my lids, get on my eyes. So that's what we're gonna do. First, I'm thinking I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Even though I know that this is gonna be pigmented and everything, I just wanna see. I got this matte fluid eye paint by About Face in Vintage Granada. This one, as of this recording this video, is available. I know a lot of the About Face matte fluid eye paints aren't in stock, but they just had a restock on several other colors. So if you are watching this and you want to get this color, links below. So I'm going to take that, and instead of directly applying it to my eyes, I kind of want more precise application, but I want to put it on this area of my eyes. And this is just kind of establishing a good base. Sometimes you have to layer these, so I want to make sure I got the edges blended. I'm kind of blending them out. Okay, so I just went back in and added another layer, smoked it out a little bit. Now we're gonna lay down the Wine Harvest color on top of it, okay? And this is so pretty. I cannot wait to get it on my eyes. I think I'm gonna pack it on. I'm gonna use that C-shaped brush just for a moment to see how it does. I love a good densely packed C-shape. Oh my God. So it's a little bit more red than the actual liquid eyeshadow, the matte fluid eye paint, but that is totally okay with me. I want to experiment with starting in different areas of my eyes, you know? So I'm going to take it up through here. I'm going to blend it out with this little guy right here, Fall Festival. And I'm taking that on a Blend Bunny 4. And I'm just kind of tapping it over. I don't want to take it too far up next to my brow bone, but I do want the edges blended. So I'm clean that off. Now I'm just gonna blend the very edges. I gotta stop, like, what do you call it? Softly talking while I'm telling you what I'm doing. I noticed that last time I filmed. And I was editing it, and I'm like, I gotta stop doing that. I need to wash my hair. That is a beautiful shade, that wine shade. And look how pretty those look together. Beautiful. I'm just gonna add a smidge of apple picking right there in between. So it's a nice blended gradient. At least that's the game. That's the intent. Just tapping that candy apple and then cleaning it off with my Sigma switch. This thing, game changer. Taking a blend brush, a fluffy brush, and I'm kind of blending it in a little bit. I think I'm going to take candy apple and put it on the rest of my crease. Or do I want to do this neat trick that I learned? I'll show you the neat trick, but first we're gonna put candy apple red down. I said candy apple red, it's apple picking. Oh my God, have I been calling it apple picking this entire time? I've been calling it candy apple. That's because it looks candy apple red. That's what I think of whenever I see it. Apple picking. Jeez. And I'm taking the Sigma E42, the Precision Firm Blender. This is actually not the one I want, but it should be okay. I'm carrying that up into the crease, above the crease. It's interesting that whenever you kind of blend it out, it looks pink. It's a pinky red. I'm gonna raise my brows, get into that crease. These just blend together so well. Just perfect tones. This was the one I was looking for. It was the Detail Diffuse Crease, but I sometimes get them mixed up for some reason because I guess because they're the smaller brushes that I have from Sigma. But the E33, I'm just taking it and kind of making sure that edge is nice and diffused. So I've cleaned off the E42. I'm going to go back into that Fall Festival shade. And tap it. Put it right here. You know I couldn't get away with not having a multicolored crease. But these shades are just so beautiful together. I couldn't resist. Just making sure that that really is vibrant. Okay, I got a little bit of fallout with the Wine Harvest. Okay, I'm gonna take the Cider House. Oh my God, look how beautiful that is. Going into that Fall Festival shade. Oh, makes me wish I would have put that in my crease. Yeah, this is beautiful. What a gorgeous palette. Okay, decided to show you this little trick that I learned. So this is more of like a design technique. I'm sure it's well known by now. It's not like I invented it. So I'm gonna just basically carve out and remove like a triangle shape. Like I'm gonna remove this, and it might take a few of these pointed Q-tips. I'm looking down into a magnifying mirror, so that helps. But you want to make sure you get a clean removal line, whatever shape you want to do. I'm taking a clean one, put some more micellar water on it, and just clean that up. Okay, so looks kind of wild right now. I'm going to do it on the other side, and then we'll go from there. It's kind of like the cut crease situation, but just in a different design, and then we'll go over it with concealer and put a different shade on. Okay, this would make a great negative space look. It really would. The best way to accurately make sure that the concealer or your eyelid primer and it doesn't like get onto the existing eyeshadow and you can keep it sharp is I take an angled brush and I put it on. So probably what I'm gonna do is take Cider House and just follow that shape. I'm taking care to make sure it goes on nice and sharp. Now since my actual crease is there, I might just go ahead and put on Fall Festival in that crease for the contour sake of it. Gotta put this down first. Taking the Blend Beneath 3 and I'm gonna go into Fall Festival and just carve that contour out, blend it in a little bit. Not carving it out, just blending it. And everything is working so well. This is a great brand to experiment with too because their shades are reliable. They're gonna blend beautifully. I'm stamping it in right into the socket. Taking Cider House, that yellow shade, stamping it in. Taking this little guy from Dew Color, putting down that color. Putting down Fall Festival right in here. That same brush. Maybe I ought to use a different brush. Use the dense shader brush from BH. And I'm just making sure that works. I'm not going to go in too far because I don't want the orange shades to touch. It's sparkle time. So I'm going to take Foliage Trail. Is it foliage or foliage? Around here they call it foliage. Spraying it. Ooh, so pretty. It's just a nice, lovely metallic orange. My cat. He's in that state he's in the state of transition after he comes in where he's just restless. I like it. And my neighbor across the street is playing country music. And it's not good country. It's not like Johnny Cash country. Do I want to put apple picking? Got it right. Do I want to put apple picking in this area or do I want to put that one in? I'm gonna go into Leaf Peeping shade and put it on in here with a flat brush. And if I don't like it, ooh, I do though. I was gonna say, if I don't like it, I'll put the red on top. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I'm gonna bring it on over here so we can do it for our inner corner. I'm gonna take a little bit of that apple picking and just plop it on into the contour here. You'll put a little bit of that just along that edge there so it's not so stark. Okay, so I was experimenting, and I put a little bit of the apple picking on top of this, and look how pretty it is. It makes the ombre effect a little bit more, it has more depth to it. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup. Pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same colors underneath my eye that I used up here, and I'll let you know whenever I am finished with it. I just want to save some time in editing and some time for you guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been just kind of enjoying the process of putting this look together, and it is really late, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the makeup part. And if you want to know anything, just ask me in the questions, but I have everything listed in the description box with links. You know what, first I'll just let you know, the lips, this sort of juicy wine berry color, this is from About Face, and it is the painted lip color in Saint Sangria. It's described as a juicy berry, so I was like, that's exactly what it is. I felt that it really matched that that wine color from the palette. And moving on to eyes, in my waterline here, I kind of have this ombre effect going on, and I did take a little bit, I have watery eyes, so I figured something out. If I take my MAC paint pot and get like a small little brush like this, I can go in there and I can just dab it on my waterline, and then I can go in with these eyeliner pencils and they'll stay a little bit longer. Got this bright red, like straight up red from Beauty Creations. This is the bright gel, Dare to Be Bright gel pencil in Center Stage. And then I have the AF94 Star 69 liners in High Tops, that nice kind of amber color, and then this yellow, which is Hot Summer Night. On the top, I have the matching Beauty Creations gel liner in that red, and it's called Hendrix, which I think is great for an eyeliner name. It's just this bright, fiery red. And I put that on top of the About Face line artist in Devil's Diary, which is a matte plum, and I don't know where it is. It's in front of me with all this makeup. This one. These are the ones that sharpen to a fine point, and I really, really like them. I used a combination of the Item Beauty Lash Snack Lengthening Mascara in Midnight Mood and the Lash Princess by Essence in the Curl and Volume. But blush, highlight, all that good stuff, that's all listed down below. And let's talk about this palette. Okay. I think this is such a beautiful palette, and it is the perfect autumn palette. It really is. You just have this wonderful mix of both the cool tones and the neutral, and you got these pops of color for those of us who really like color. Yeah. And so I think there's something for everybody here. If you really, really love warm tones and you love fall and you love to wear fall makeup, you're going to fall in love with this right away. It's pretty much a perfect fall palette. I had a little bit of fallout with the wine color, no big deal. I don't care about fallout unless it's just absolutely insane. I like this little, this format that they have going on. Like they have their 18 color palettes, and I really, really love 18 color palettes. But these are like a nice, like sized down kind of condensed version of those 18 palettes, even though they're not that much smaller. Like you have your row of shimmers and your 6 tones here, your 6 tones here. I love this palette. I really do. I think that obviously the mattes are amazing. It was pretty effortless. I wish there was just like one more shimmer, but that's just me. What do I think of the neutrals? I think the neutrals are fine. I think they're beautiful in their own respect. I mean, if I'm going to use a neutral look, I'm going to reach for this level of quality. So, yeah. Another win for Nomad. If you want to see more art and makeup content and fun looks and colorful looks especially, definitely subscribe and then hit that notification bell for all of notifications. And if you think you're subscribed, just double check and make sure, because YouTube does a weird thing where they unsubscribe people. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you again soon. I do gotta say, I got something over here in the back, but we're not gonna talk about that just yet. Thank you, Nomad, for sending this palette. I love all of your palettes. You guys are wonderful. You guys are color geniuses, pretty much. There you have it. All right, have a good day. Bye.